Do you want to reach your best version this 2024? Do you want to achieve all your goals this year? The path to greatness begins with a single step, and as we leave the year 2023 behind, it is time to reflect on what actions I can take today to be the best version of myself tomorrow. It's not just about setting resolutions that might be forgotten, it is about incorporating habits that shape our lives. Here I present 10 habits inspired by Stoicism, designed for the transition from 2023 to 2024. These are not just thoughts to reflect on, but actions to live, in a simple, practical, and directly applicable way to your daily life. Let's start first, taking inspiration from George Washington, who appreciated the Scottish proverb, "Many mickles make a muckle." This humble saying captures a profound truth: the big is made up of the small. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, understood that transformation does not occur abruptly, but through small, deliberate steps. You can compare it to planting seeds, where every small seed has the potential to grow into something magnificent. Apply this to your goals. For example, if you want to read more, commit to 1 page a day. Every small action is like building a mosaic, where each piece contributes to the whole picture. Atomic habits, as described by James Clear, also reflect this idea of small changes with explosive potential. The essence is in the fundamental nature of an atom, the smallest unit with immense power. Thus, our smallest habits are the basic components of profound change. It's not just about doing small things, but also about thinking small and avoiding big, unattainable promises. Focus on what is in front of you, the immediate, the achievable. By putting together these small victories, you will discover that they lead to significant transformations. Remember that even the most powerful river begins as a trickle of water. Second, let's free ourselves from anxiety as we move towards 2024. Let's embrace the power of starting small. As Zeno would remind us, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is wasted. The wounds are not in heaven, but within us. Anxiety, that shadow that follows us, whispers about what could go wrong. But here's the Stoic truth. We are not puppets, and anxiety should not be the puppet master. Marcus Aurelius, who led an empire, understood this in his meditations. Escaping anxiety is not an option. We must recognize it because it is within us. The turbulence is not in the plane or the airport, but in us. Let's free ourselves from this invisible chain by being owners of our feelings. Anxiety is a product of our thoughts, not the world around us. Mindfulness plays a crucial role. Breathe and ask if the worry is about what is happening or what we fear might happen. Let's demystify a myth. Anxiety is not a preventive solution, but on the contrary, it paralyzes us. As we move into the new year, let us commit to freeing ourselves from the chains of anxiety. Let us approach life with a clear mind and a firm heart, remembering that we have power over our minds, not over external events. The only storm we need to weather is the one within us. Third habit, create a routine. You can visualize your day as a blank canvas. Without a plan, this space simply waits to be filled randomly. But with a routine, it becomes a masterpiece in the making. The power of a routine lies not in its rigidity, but in providing a framework to channel energy effectively. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher whose wisdom has endured through the centuries, stated that life without design is erratic. He understood that a day well structured is a day well spent. So how do you create this routine? The key is not to copy someone else's schedule, but to design one that resonates with you. Start by identifying your most productive time of the day. Are you a morning person who thrives in the quiet hours of dawn, or does your energy peak as the day progresses? 06:55. Build your routine around this natural rhythm and dedicate your prime hours to the most important tasks, those that require your full attention and creativity. Personally, it's about owning the morning, not letting the morning take over me. Start with activities that set a positive tone for the day, such as a walk, a moment of reflection, or tackling a creative project before the world wakes up. Remember that a routine is not just about work, but about balance. Integrate habits that nourish your mind, body, and soul, whether it's reading, exercising, or spending time with loved ones. And most crucially, maintain consistency in your routine, as it is the glue that holds everything together. As you build this routine, you'll find that it becomes the foundation for cultivating good habits. As Seneca reminds us, principles are necessary, and what is a routine if not a principle you live by every day? He embraces structure and watches as uncertain chaos transforms into a symphony of productivity and peace. 4. Issue the order to stop. There is a story that resonates through time, not about a battle or conquest, but about a personal victory. Dwight D. Eisenhower, whose decisions shaped history, faced a formidable enemy, his 4-cigarette-a-day habit. When his doctor warned him of the dire consequences, Eisenhower made a profound decision and immediately quit smoking after 40 years. This act is a testimony to a fundamental Stoic principle. No man is free if he is not master of himself, as Titus expressed. This narrative is not limited to overcoming smoking. It's about overcoming any vice that keeps you prisoner. We all face our own battles, whether it's unhealthy habits, procrastination, or negative thinking. The key to victory lies in giving yourself the command to stop, in exercising control over your impulses instead of allowing them to control you. Seneca, another Stoic wise man, noted that we are all slaves to something. But the essence of Stoicism lies in recognizing that we have the keys to our own chains. So how do you apply this to your life? Identify what keeps you captive, whether it's an endless extra cup of coffee, endless browsing on social media, or any habit that rather than helping you becomes an obstacle. Recognize its impact on your life and make a firm, unequivocal decision to stop it. This is not a gradual change, but a deliberate and definitive action. By giving the order to stop, you are not only breaking a habit, but claiming your freedom. As you move into 2024, carry this message of empowerment with you. You are the commander of your destiny, and the first command is to master yourself, to free yourself from any chains that bind you. 5 valuable resources, time being the most precious of all. We often waste this resource on trivialities, claiming we are short of time, but a review of how we use our screen time reveals the truth. It's not about having more time, but about using the time we already have wisely. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is essential. Epictetus, a philosopher known for his practical wisdom, said that to improve, we must be willing to appear clueless or even stupid in some areas. The key is to make conscious decisions to avoid falling into the whirlwind of non-essentials, whether it be doom scrolling, excessive news consumption, or other digital distractions. The strategy to address this is twofold: awareness and action. First of all, become aware of how you spend your time. Track your activities for a day or a week, and you'll likely be surprised how much time is spent on activities that add little value to your life. This awareness marks the first step towards change. Then, take decisive action, starting by reducing the time spent on these distractions, setting limits on app use, designating specific times for news consumption, and avoiding aimless internet browsing. It is not about isolating yourself from the world, but about choosing not to drown in it. By reclaiming your time, you'll find that you have more to devote to the things that really matter, like pursuing goals, nurturing relationships, and promoting personal growth. This habit is not limited to time management. It's about managing life, making sure the precious hours of your day are spent on activities that enrich your life rather than deplete it. As we head into 2024, let us remember the words of Epictetus and focus our energy and time on what truly contributes to our well-being and growth. Remember that every minute spent on something meaningless is a minute you subtract from something meaningful. 6. Perform a challenging task at dawn of each new year. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, did not simply make resolutions. He made a bold statement by diving into the icy waters of the Tiber River. This action was not intended to swim, but was a manifestation of mastery over himself. He was proclaiming loud and clear, "I am committed." This act did not focus on the coldness of the water. Rather, it ignited an internal fire, a fire of self-affirmation and resilience. It serves as a vivid reminder that sometimes performing a difficult task can be the most empowering act. So how do we incorporate this Stoic lesson into our lives? Start by getting out of your comfort zone and choose something that challenges you, that makes you feel a little uncomfortable. It could be waking up an hour earlier, taking a cold shower, participating in a meeting, or even learning a new skill. The specific task is not as crucial as the act of pushing your limits. In those moments of discomfort is where we experience the greatest growth. We discover our true capabilities. The essence of this practice lies not in the difficulty itself, but in the assertion of your will over your instincts. It is a testament to your inner strength, a demonstration that you are bigger than your fears and doubts. As you embark on this journey of doing something difficult, remember Seneca's implicit message: I control my actions, reactions, and my mind. Let the year 2024 be the one in which you accept the challenge, proving to yourself that you can tackle difficult tasks. In the face of challenge, we not only survive, we thrive. 7. The choice of people we associate with has a significant impact on our lives. The company we keep can have a stronger influence than we often recognize, similar to walking through a forest, where the paths we choose determine our destiny. This notion is not new. The Stoics understood the power of association. Seneca, through his letters, stressed the importance of surrounding oneself with individuals who inspire growth and wisdom. He once expressed the idea of associating with those who will contribute to your personal improvement. This choice is not limited to selecting friends, but extends to choosing influences that shape your character and your life. How can you apply this in today's world? Start by taking a close look at your social circle. Examine the people you spend the most time with. Do they embody the qualities you admire and aspire to? It's not about seeking perfection in others, but rather identifying those who challenge and support your growth and who share your values. It is like planting yourself in fertile soil where the environment favors growth. Remember that if you live with those who have shortcomings, you will learn to imitate those shortcomings. This principle not only involves avoiding negative influences, but also actively seeking positive influences. Build your own Stoic circle, whether through a book club, a discussion group, or simply a set of friends committed to personal growth. Engage in activities that nourish your mind and soul. Encourage philosophical discussions and challenge your peers. Following the words of Seneca, we learn as we teach. By surrounding yourself with people who push you to improve, you will discover that you not only rise to the occasion, but rise above them. Make the year 2024 the year in which you cultivate your garden of influences, ensuring that each person who is part of it adds value to your life's journey. 8. Stop fearing change. Embracing change is comparable to learning to surf the waves. Resisting will make you fall, but adapting will take you forward. Marcus Aurelius, in his reflective meditations, pondered the nature of change and understood that life is a constant flow of transformation. By fearing change, we close the doors to the countless possibilities and opportunities it brings. The key is not only to accept change, but to welcome it with open arms, to integrate it into our lives. Start by changing your perspective. View change not as a threat, but as an inevitable and exciting part of life. It is an opportunity to grow, learn, and live new experiences. This year, challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone and try something new, whether it's a hobby, a career change, or even a new way of thinking. In those moments of uncertainty and newness, we often find profound growth and satisfaction. Additionally, cultivate a mindset of adaptability, similar to a tree that bends in the wind but does not break. Learn to be flexible in the face of change. Adaptability does not mean being passive, but rather actively finding ways to thrive in new circumstances as you navigate life's changing landscapes. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts do." Let the year 2024 be the one in which you master the waves of change with skill and grace, turning each new challenge into an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. 9. Reject the unnecessary. In a world full of options and distractions, the art of saying no becomes an outstanding skill. Marcus Aurelius, a man who faced the complexities of ruling an empire, recognized the power of discernment by wisely noting that much of what we do is not essential. By saying no to non-essentials, we not only free up time, but we also boost our ability to focus on what really matters. It's about creating space for the essentials, eliminating clutter. To incorporate this into your life, start by evaluating whether your commitments are aligned with your values and goals. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of busy work that contributes little to our overall purpose. Practice the art of saying no to these distractions. This does not mean becoming distant or useless. It's about setting boundaries that allow you to direct your energy toward genuinely meaningful activities. Remember that every time you say yes to something insignificant, you are indirectly saying no to something important. Reverse this equation and make your yeses meaningful. Say an emphatic and sincere yes to activities that enrich your life, whether in terms of personal development, meaningful relationships, or your passions. This selective yes is not just an answer but a commitment to excellence in what really matters. As you approach the new year, save your yes for those things that bring you closer to the person you aspire to be. Following Aurelius' wisdom, ask yourself at every moment if it is necessary. May the year 2024 be the one in which you perfect the delicate and impactful skill of rejecting the non-essential, thus charting a path towards a life rich in focus, purpose, and deep satisfaction. 10. Getting back into the swing of things and embracing our humanity means accepting our imperfections and mistakes. Marcus Aurelius, a leader who navigated the complexities of life and empire, understood the inevitability of failure. He once reflected on the importance of not only getting up when we fall, but also recognizing the beauty in our humanity that allows us to do so. This call seeks for us to understand that stumbling is an integral part of our journey, not a deviation from it. In practical terms, this means adopting a mindset of resilience and forgiveness. When you make a mistake on your diet, miss a workout, or fail on your resolutions, don't see it as a failure, rather look at it as an integral part of the growth process. The key is how you respond to these setbacks. Do you berate yourself, or do you acknowledge the slip and gently get back on track? Taking the latter approach involves creating a habit of self-compassion and perseverance each time you return to your path. Recognize the beauty in your humanity by celebrating your ability to get back into your groove, no matter how many times you miss it. Remember that it is not about perfection, but about progress and the continuous journey back to what really matters. As the wise Tito said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it." As we move forward into 2024, let us carry with us the essence of these Stoic practices, not just as concepts, but as daily actions that shape our lives. Let us remember that the journey towards self-realization involves discipline, resilience, and serenity. And it is not only about understanding Stoicism, but about living it. Every day offers a new canvas, and our actions are the brushstrokes that paint the portrait of our life. Let's start each day by choosing a practice, whether it's a moment of morning reflection or an act of kindness, and see how it transforms our world. Our feedback and stories of transformation are the fuel that keeps this journey vibrant and evolving. Together, let us explore the path of continued growth and share our experiences to inspire not only our lives, but also those around us. We are grateful to be part of this journey, for your support and for choosing to make each day a step towards a richer and more meaningful life. Don't forget to check out our next video for more information and inspiration on your journey with Stoicism. Your path to growth continues there.